G'day, my name is Colette and I work for the School of Graduate Studies. Welcome to this session called Thriving as a Grad Student. I want to begin this session by acknowledging that Queen's is situated on traditional Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee territory. As an immigrant myself to this country, I am all too aware that it is my responsibility to learn the history of Canada in all its forms. After all, this land was occupied long before European arrival by Indigenous peoples with rich cultures that are still alive today. I offer this acknowledgement in recognition, respect and gratitude for the Indigenous people who have lived on and continue to live on in this land and with whom I now have the privilege to share this community with. So how can you thrive as a grad student? Well, when working towards attaining your degree, you make the most of opportunities that come your way. You know how and who to reach out for help. You feel a strong sense of accomplishment, both academically, professionally, and personally. So what does that actually mean though? You get your degree, you realise and improve on many new skills to take with you post-degree. You get to meet some incredible people along the way. You get the opportunity to collaborate with other scholars and you can make some new friends. And if you have your family with you, you help them get settled too. If you're in a program where you have a supervisor, it is really important to set up some guidelines early as to how you're going to make this relationship work. It is as much for you as it is for your supervisor, so don't wait to get started. Show initiative and coordinate your first meeting now. Now, although you are here to get a graduate degree, it doesn't mean you can't do other things along the way. In fact, often it is encouraged, as ultimately this can help you with your current academics and your professional development. There are many central resources on campus here to help you. Workshops and one-on-one consultations are available at Career Services, the Centre for Teaching and Learning, and Student Academic Success Services. The School of Graduate Studies, in consultation with these departments and others on campus, also provide a professional development certificate. So take a look at what's on offer and see what suits you now or when you are further into your degree. Remember, you don't have to do them all at once or in one term. You have your whole degree to spread it out over. Now, volunteering at Queen's is huge, from Quick, Bannery, Career Services, SGPS, SGS, Homecoming, your department or faculty all have opportunities for you to help and meet others along the way. Kingston is also looking out for help, so see what's on offer. Community outreach can not just give you the satisfaction of helping your community, but who knows who you'll meet along the way and who may be able to help you post-degree. When you have to write a dissertation, thesis or major research project, why not let others know about what you are researching? I mean, there are no shortage of opportunities, and not just presenting at a conference or doing a poster board. You know, disseminating your research to different audiences and in different ways is a very important skill to have, both academically and professionally. Some examples of where you can do this is, for instance, a 3-minute thesis, which is a university-wide competition for Masters and PhD students, in which you get to present your research and its wider impact in 3 minutes or less to a panel of judges. Now, distilling research into a clear form without oversimplifying or making overly complex are really important skills to carry into postgraduate employment and public service. Now, Grad Chat, that is our 30-minute radio show featuring one graduate student each week and yours truly as CJ the DJ. It is on every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on CFRC 101.9 FM. Now, this is an opportunity for you to showcase your research again to the Queens and Kingston community. And it is also podcasted, so it has an even further reach. So if you want to check it out on iTunes, Google Podcast or Stitcher, just type in Grad Chat. Now, for community outreach, there are a number of groups within campus, such as Quill, which is a retired alumni group, and also Queen's University Biology Station, who want to hear from graduate students about their work. So if you hear of any of those opportunities, potentially put your hand up there. Now, TEDx, we actually have a Queen's chapter here, which is fantastic. So you have opportunity, if you want an opportunity to present at a TEDx event, put your hand up for that too. And we also actually run some workshops on how to prepare for a TEDx talk. Last research showcases, lots going on. We at the School of Graduate Studies put these on throughout the year. So when you have enough to talk about, reach out to us there. And then lastly, I want to talk about the conversation. Now, often when you're showcasing your research, or the other ones I've mentioned are in the oral form, but you can also do this in the written form, and not just as a thesis or dissertation or journal article. You can write articles specific to your field of study, but you can also write an opinion piece for this international group called The Conversation, which luckily Queen's is a member of. So basically you give a concept, if they like it, they will help you to get it published, and it's normally on something that's topical at the moment within the news. Now, professional development opportunities, and I'm going to put all these up straight away, can bring you your expertise into other areas. For instance, the PhD Community Initiative. This initiative brings together students from different programs of study into interdisciplinary teams to assist local community organisations in addressing a particular issue or challenge of importance to them. So you get to use your interdisciplinary analytical processes to help this particular organisation move forward in a positive way. Gratifying is our blog written by graduate students for graduate students. So if you like writing, let us know. Career Week is our graduate and postdoctoral career week with workshops that provide practical tips and useful strategies that graduate students and postdocs can apply as they plan a career in the post-secondary or public, private or not-for-profit, health or industry sectors. And the DDQIC and MyTax. Now, entrepreneurship, I can never say that word, does not have to be an ugly word. This is a partnership between the Dun & Deschapin Queen's Innovation Centre and MyTax e-Accelerate program. Now, MyTax, which is a government-funded organisation, has approved the DDQIC as an incubator for the e-Accelerate program. So graduate students, if chosen, can participate in this within the summertime. And writing camps. So at some stage you need to write your thesis or research project. Sometimes it is difficult though to carve out the time to just write, as there can be many distractions. So to help you and hopefully provide you with the means to realise you can do this by yourself, the School of Graduate Studies holds several writing camps throughout the year. Now, the dissertation boot camps, which we run in conjunction with Student Academic Success Services, and this year we did a virtual one, so we had help from the Centre for Teaching and Learning, are usually held in the Douglas Library twice a year. Another one is our PA Day writing circles for grad students who are also parents, so they can be writing while their children are looked after by athletics and recreation in a day camp. So stay tuned for more on that. We have two what I call sleepaway camps or writing retreats, each 5 days long. Dissertation on the Lake is a writing retreat out at Elbow Lake, specifically for Queen's PhD and Master's students who are writing their dissertations. Now, lots of fun outdoor activities get mixed in to keep you fresh between your writing sessions. And then lastly, we have the Lake Shift, where 40 plus doctoral students from across Ontario universities get together at the Queen's University Biology Centre at Lake Appinicon to write. And again, that's a fabulous time where we have an opportunity to not only do a lot of writing and some workshops, but also get to have some great conversations over meal times and of course around the campfire. So stay tuned for more on those ones. Now, I mentioned volunteering before, but here are some more opportunities on campus that I wanted to let you know about particularly. Now, the SGS, we have many events throughout the year, so we're always looking for help. Events such as orientation, 3-minute thesis, career week, networking opportunities, and research showcases. So keep an eye out for that in our newsletter. That's normally where I let you know when I need help. CFRC, as I mentioned earlier, we do our Grad Chat show there. It's one of the programs on CFRC. But did you know you can also volunteer at the station and learn about podcasting, programming, and even making your own show to go on weekly? So think about that. That's some great opportunities there. Now, throughout campus, there's a lot of what we call peer counsellors, and they're sort of people who, for instance, Career Services or the SGPS or Quick are often looking for help. And some of these jobs are paid and some of these are volunteer, but basically they want graduate students to come out and help them. You'll get the training you need to do the job, and you'll be helping both your peers and undergraduates. So think about some of those as well. Another way to thrive is to start your professional development now. I've mentioned in other videos that we have our professional development certificate called Expanding Horizons Workshop Series. This is an academic, professional, and has academic, professional, and personal well-being workshops. It includes MyTax training programs, which offer both in-person workshops, which are usually 1 or 2 days in length, as well as online workshops. And another group that we've also just signed up with is Aurora, where you too can have other online workshops there to get involved in. Details can be found on our Expanding Horizons website at queensu.ca/EXPH. So why don't you go and check that out? Part of thriving as a student is also knowing your family that came with you is also thriving. So don't wait you don't want to be worrying about how they are fitting in. So here's some resources to help them get settled in too. Academically, keep a lookout for the PA Day writing circles, which I mentioned before, hosted by the School of Graduate Studies and also our Athletics and Recreation Department, and workshops that are also online, and if you can't make it to campus because of looking after children. Personally, for you and your family, though, you may want to look up the Banbury Centre, which is an awesome place for our mature-aged women. The Queen's Daycare Centre have a number of spots each year for graduate students to have their children looked after. Kingston Tourism have many activities for you and your family as well. The Kingston and Frontenac Library have lots of activities for the kids, and of course a quiet place for you to study. So lots of different things you can be looking at there. If you're into social media, then take note of these for the School of Graduate Studies. We will advise of graduate events, highlight graduate achievements and other items which we think you might like to hear. So don't wait around for those. Take a note of those, and if you like social media, be a part of that. So thank you for listening. We're all looking forward to meeting you, and if nothing else, remember, we are here to help you succeed.